the whole Korean War and the division of the Korean Peninsula really marked the WCC in its very infancy, in a context where in the post-World War II environment, the great hope was that we were entering into a new age of peace and international cooperation under the United Nations, but then we have this horrific explosion of violence and division and destruction on the Korean Peninsula. So I think for quite some time there had been efforts to try and develop a response to this phenomenon, this tragedy, this division. But it came ultimately into visible effect in 1984, when the first consultation, the founding consultation of the Tozanso Process, was convened in Japan. It had been organized by the Commission of the Churches on International Affairs.
1984년에 도단서 과정이 시작이 됐는데요. 그것은 당시로서는 상상할 수 없던 용기를 발휘한 것입니다. 한국 교회가 또 세계 교회가 한반도의 평화를 위해서 무엇을 할 수 있느냐 하는 그런 용기를 발휘한 예언자적인 행위였다고 생각을 합니다.
지금 올해는 도산서 회의가 시작된 지 30돌째 되는 해입니다. 네. 그 사이 지난 30년 동안 우리 연명은 이제 도산서 과정에 가정을 지내면서 세계 교회 협의를 비롯해서 각국 단체들과 이제 조선 통일을 위한 활동을 적극적으로 진행해 왔습니다.
도산서는 한마디로 우리 한반도나 세계 교회가 평화 통일 운동을 시작할 수 있는 기틀을 마련해 주었습니다. 당시에 30년 전에 우리 한반도 내에서 통일 문제를 거론하는 것은 매우 어려운 시기였고, 통일 문제는 정부가 독점하던 그런 과제였습니다. 그런데 어쨌든 민간이 통일 문제를 거론할 수 있게 됐고, 또 이것은 국제적 연대로 시작하게 돼서 우리가 통일 문제를 우리 민간의 과제로 삼을 수 있고, 그것이 계기가 돼서 남북교회가 만날 수 있었고, 또 유명한 88선언을 만들어낼 수 있는 기초가 된 겁니다.
And it was an amazing flourishing of activity that took place during those years that immediately followed the original Tozanso consultation, with further visits by the WCC, larger delegations, with visits by representatives of the Korean Christian Federation to the WCC, to other partners in other countries. The KCF became regular observers at WCC Assemblies during that period. But of course, we know that history doesn't always run in favor of unity. And in particular, in the aftermath of the 9/11 attacks, and with the identification of North Korea as part of this so-called axis of evil, there was a real chilling, I think, of the possibilities for a direct encounter. And all of that energy, all of that opportunity dissipated somewhat. And when we come most recently to the 10th Assembly of the World Council of Churches in Busan, in South Korea, this provided an opportunity for, after this period of hiatus, of this falling off of that energy, it provided an opportunity for representatives of the wider international ecumenical community to become reacquainted with this reality, to understand again the consequences, the continuing consequences of division of the Korean people. Indeed, the June consultation, June this year, was the first step in actually implementing the commitment that had been expressed through the Busan Assembly in 2013. And it was an opportunity for the World Council of Churches to demonstrate its intent to re-engage actively in that process.
We have to do our duty and to do what we can now for their lives, for their future. And I think this is also the perspective with which you started 30 years ago, but this is also the perspective which we shall continue our work with. There is no reason to give up even if 30 years have passed. It's another reason to continue, because this is how life of human beings actually is. We are connected in a change of generations, and we are to fill our place and our role and our task when we are here.
The generation that lived through the division and who remember in their own lives the previous unity of the Korean people, that generation is passing. And that there is a new generation that has never known unity and has become acquainted with the current reality of division.
30년이라는 건 한 세대가 넘었지 않습니까? 그때 이제 그 시대적 상황에서 평화 통일 문제를 우리의 과제로 끌어안고 교회의 과제로 끌어안는데 그분들이 파이오니아 역할을 했다고 한다면은 그 후에 세대가 이제 통일 운동을 좀 받아서 더 크게 이게 역할을 해야 되겠는데 그런 부분에서 남쪽이나 북쪽에서도 젊은 세대들이 이게 지난 선배들의 과제를 받고 미래의 비전을 어떻게 제시할 것인가 또 그분들의 적극적인 활동이 참 필요한 겁니다. 그래서 그런 부분에서 이 남북교회 젊은이들이 이 일에 어떻게 참여할 것인가가 집중적으로 논의가 되고 있는데
One of the commitments coming out of the June consultation, or one of the recommendations coming out of the June consultation, was that the WCC should explore its possibilities for bringing together young people from both North and South Korea in order to get to know each other, to develop those bonds and those links. I am convinced that this is within the context and within the parameters of North Korean society and political architecture. This is a genuine worshipping Christian community. One of the activities that they've been undertaking already for quite a long time is operating a bakery which produces nutritionally enhanced bread products for distribution, free distribution, to kindergartens, orphanages and the like in the Pyongyang area. And it is a significant statement of intent, their intent, to undertake diaconal ministry in their own setting, to be present in society, to be responding to social needs, and to do so in a very practical way. And they are part of the body of Christ. And it's our purpose as the World Council of Churches to promote that encounter, that unity, that Christian unity, which is our fundamental foundation.